What's up, White? Yes, sir. Open the gates. Let's go gambling. Casino's up and running. Yes, sir. Had a pretty bad day today. I was very surprised that we ended up negative. But I did have some accounts that took this trade down here. The evals, it sucks because I think I died. The evals blew up right, I think, on one of these two candles. In my back test, the odds of this day closing negative, which was below Globex open, which was 23190-ish, was roughly about 5 to 10%. If I had more accounts, this was a perfect day to play the MOC. Even before it. I was all out of counts. I didn't sacrifice any payout accounts, although I did lose some decent accounts. Like I had two top step accounts that had, I think, 3K in them. That's a bit sad. And I think I lost some Tradeify accounts. But I have a bunch of evals that are like halfway done. I have, let's see, I have 2 on top step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 17 evals that are halfway done. So let's see how many of them I can transition to a funded account. Let me get all my DOMs set up and all my browsers set up real quick. I think we're halfway through the 500k challenge. Let me see. Yeah, 250.5k. So halfway through the 500k challenge for this year. Although technically it's a 300k challenge, but the end goal is 500k. So let's see where we end up. Installed Ninja today. Did my first ever trade 1.6 on Sim and 700 bucks on eval. So pretty good. Has some great fun. Nice. Lucid is a great place to start. It's I think with the new user promo, I think it's literally the cheapest account. And I knew that Lucid was going to have to change some accounts. I knew they would update pricing, but they didn't increase it by a crazy amount. They increased it by, because I trade the 50Ks. Hold on, let me see how much they increased it by. It's still extremely cheap. Major announcements. Blah, blah, blah. New price for a 50K account. It increased by $7.50. And the reset increased by 10 bucks. So literally it's still one of the best prices. So I'm pretty happy with that. I thought it was going to increase by a lot more. I thought it was going to be at least, like, I don't know, over 100 bucks, I would say. But it's good that it's still pretty cheap. Yeah, 120 bucks per 50k, and then you have the 30% off promo. Usually it's like they always have the promo, right? Because that's how businesses run. They have a sale running 24/7, but the actual price of a 50k account right now, like nowadays, is roughly $100 to $110. So if it's a sale, then it brings it down to that much. That's how much it should be anyway. How many accounts are you running and how many trades a day are you taking? I can take anywhere between 10 to 30 trades. I'm running, let's see, I lost some accounts today. I have 2 top step, 5 Apex, but one of them has $100 of drawdown. So let's just say 4 Apex. So 2, so that's 6. I have 2 Tradeify, that's 8. 5 Lucid, 13. one funded futures family. That's 14, 14, and 15 with my funded futures. So I have 15 accounts right now. I have like four or five my funded futures accounts that are dormant, so I'm waiting for those to be activated. So 2 of them should be activated like by tomorrow, so I should be up to 18, I think. 30 trades a day. I'm hoping for 2 to 3. Yeah, I trade a lot. I'm a scalper, that's why. Why are you diversifying prop firms? That's what all my models are based off of. They're all based off of using a shit ton of accounts, right? Because one of the biggest advantages that prop firms give you is the ability to leverage. And the way that props are set up, right? If you buy 20 evals, that's about $2,000, right? And one of them makes it to funded and gets a 2K payout, you're basically break even. So one funded gets a payout out of 20 evals, right? That's it. That's if you're a break even trader. I have a pretty decent ROI. I think I'm near, like, I would say anywhere between 3.5 to 5 x my investment. So that's why most firms will cap you at a certain point, usually 5, right? But if you have a slot machine, right, with 5, it caps how much you can take out. But if you diversify prop firms, you can, instead of 5 accounts, you can have 10, 20, 30, 40. You can have 20 plus. Yeah. The only firm that does 20 is Apex. That's like their biggest selling point, is that you can trade 20 accounts with them. All right, it's 7 o'clock. Let's see. It's a downtrend. So any scalps, I'll be looking for scalps short. Although at 23,000, I may want to try a long. Let me update this. This should be 250K. And lifetime should be around 330 now. I thought this day would be a dead cat bounce, especially after this rally. So I thought it was gonna keep going higher and higher, but after this, it just died for the rest of the day. Like, this just looks horrible. So we'll see. I'm gonna take this dip on some evals. Let me jump in with 2 evals right now. Should I do 3 evals? Maybe 3 evals. I'll do 3 evals. I'll see how this candle closes. You entering short? No. But if I do scalp, I'm looking for a short. But right now I'm just playing this dip on evals. I'm going long on evals. And then if we rally for 15-20 minutes, then I'll take a scalp short. That's the plan for tonight. If I do want to throw an account long, it'll be probably ES, previous day low of ES, 6359.5. I feel like that'll be pretty close to 23,000. 23,000 flat NQ. I have some more payouts that I'm waiting to get approved. I think Top Step is currently having some payout issue right now. Oh wait, there it is. Wait, it's here. I just can't request it. It showed up. Why can't I request it? And I should have one Apex payout whenever they update their site. I think they updated at midnight, so I kind of have to wait for a bit. Why can't I request? The button is grayed out. Yeah, 5 winning days. I'm over the minimum. I'm gonna try logging out and logging back in. Password. God, I hate multi-factor authentication. Yeah, it's still grayed out. Okay. So I'll wait. Okay, so NQ just tapped previous day low. I might throw in one more account here. Now just evals. I'll probably throw in one more eval at 23021. I kind of missed that entry because I was figuring out some payout stuff. Then after that, the next place I'll go long is probably previous day low of ES, which is probably around 23,000 NQ. This is a dangerous area to scalp if I wanted to scalp with any funded accounts, because the volume is increasing or just kind of falling. And I'm worried about an increase. Like, I'm worried about that I'm worried that this is not the apex of the volume. And the next candle shows you the apex. And if it does, well, then we're gonna be down here. Somewhere down here. I don't like that, so only low priority accounts are jumping in here. I might take one funded account down here. 024. Maybe this one. I think 2, 3, 4. This is 2 days from payout. I'm really curious if we'll keep flushing tonight. There's really no good like news catalyst that'll boost up the markets right now. The only thing would be some more news. But it doesn't sound like it's getting any better. I've been long in the past couple days. So how long until we get, like, how many red days can we get in a row? I'm pretty sure I've been longing all 3 of these days. I'm about to make it 4. And all 3 of these days, they ended up near the low, which kind of sucked. If we get near this bottom, I'm gonna end up longing it. It's not even the worst idea to long it now. If we dip to the bottom of this candle, I might add 2 funded accounts in. This top step one, and I think a lucid one. I have a lot of lucids in the background, so, or like I have like 3 or 4 extra lucid accounts. Give me a little bit of a dip. Just down here. Why would you long here? I'm just looking for a quick 10-point scalp. We're at the low of NQ here, the previous day low, and that's why. I would have entered on this candle right here, but I was looking at some payout stuff on my other screen, so I missed it. And missing out on a couple of points is you need to be very efficient with your entries when you're scalping. 2, 3, 5 points matters a lot when you're targeting like 10, 15, 20 points. And if we crash, then we crash, you know. I'll try along at NQ previous day low and then ES previous day low. And then after that, I have nowhere else to play with for like another like 200 or something points. Like it's pretty far away. The next area that I would long at. Currently in longs with 3 evals. 1 TP at, let me see. Which one is this? Wait, 194. Okay. 1 TP at 079 and the other 2 TP at, I think, 091. 091, 092. If I miss this dip on some funded, it'll suck a little bit, but it won't be the end of the world. If we hit 092, I can get back to max allocation with Tradeify. I only have 2 accounts with them right now. I blew up 2 today. Or was it last night? I think it was last night. Here, I'll put it here. I'm in these three. That's why I said, even though I was late, I said around this candle, I said, even though I am late, it's still decent for, I mean, 10, 20 points. But I was hoping to enter around 30 or 25-ish. Is there a reason you prefer scalping Asia over day trading New York Open? I do day trade New York. I just can't stream it because I have work. I trade almost the entire day. Never been able to trade Asia profitably. Well, my scalps that I take, most of my scalps, my scalping model, this is not my scalping model, this is just me buying the dip on evals, right? It's not really based off a model, that's why it's evals. Like, I don't care about these accounts. But the scalps where I said I want to short any pops, that's from a model that I've back tested for about like 6-ish months. So I trust that model enough to trade Asia. Lifetime payout, you should quit. Put 100K in your personal account, shoot for 10% per month, and you'll make stupid bank. All of my trading strategies are based off of prop firms. I use the leverage they give me to take consistent payouts. Just got $300 long on mini S&P. This is fun. Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would never trade a personal account. Like, I've optimized all of my strategies and all of my models specifically for prop firms. Right, and if I can keep taking money from prop firms with extremely low risk to myself, then I'll keep doing it. Right, a 4x ROI. Yeah, I only trade prop firms. Telling you, man, I'm not that good of a trader. I would never trade with a real brokerage account. I'm an average trader that knows how to trade prop firms. That's it. But yeah, as long as prop firms stay around, you know, I'll take money from all the firms until, you know, I can't. I have roughly 3.5 to 5x ROI, right? So if I put in, I spend maybe around 20-ish to 30 grand per month. This month has been a lot more because a lot of deals have popped up. And I think last month too. And this month I've taken out, what's my, oh, tomorrow's the last day, so I can, hold on, how much? Okay, so I just updated today, so my year to date is 250.5k, and starting on March 1st, so this year I pulled out 100k in payouts. and I spend about 20 to 30K, right? 20 to 30K and pulling out 100K is about 70K to 80K of profits, right? And then you do some tax work, yada yada, right? With very limited risk to me, which is why I keep doing it. If you give me 20 grand, 30 grand to use in a brokerage account, it would be hard to triple it, quadruple it, 5x it, right? It's very difficult. But if I use 20 grand in prop firms, right? So I made 100K for March. If you go to my Discord, I made 100K, right? 250.5K. March 3rd, 145. Right? I forget how much I made for February. Probably close to maybe like 50, 60K. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And I'm really not. People really think that I'm a good trader, but I really am not a good trader. So people are surprised. They're like, if you have these results, why don't you open up your brokerage account and just be rich off that? Well, it's simple, right? I'm not a good trader. I'm an average trader. And if I have a slot machine that I can play every month, right, that spits out 3x to 5x so far for this year of money, right? Would you keep playing that slot machine, or how long would you play that slot machine for? Well, you would play that slot machine forever. And that's what I'm planning to do. What's up, Ryu? I don't actually understand any reason to trade your own money without insider knowledge or capital over you. To trade your own money, you get more flexibility. You don't have to day trade, right? You can hold for a very long time. You can trade options, futures, whatever, right? So you get a lot of freedom. But if I ever want to use my own money, it would be like long-term investment, VOO or whatever. 20K in a personal account by month 10, I can double it, but in proper money, that's easily a 100K difference. Right. I mean, if you can double it in 10 months, like that's insane. How do you stop yourself from revenge trading? I think the only way you can stop yourself from revenge trading is to... I mean, revenge trading all comes down to psychology, right? I have very little emotion tied to my accounts. Right? I lost, what, 4 or 5 accounts today. Each of them had about each of them had about 3K of buffer in it. So they were pretty close to another payout. If I just played it properly. But today was a really rare day. In this New York session, it was about a 5 to 10% chance to close negative, and it did, right? So I wouldn't call it revenge trading, even though I was buying almost every single dip. I was just trying to play the odds, and I was just unlucky, right? But basically, you need to emotionally detach yourself from your accounts. I don't care about my accounts. On my worst days, my worst day is I lost about 73K of drawdown, right? I lost like 6 Apex accounts that had about 10K each, and I was just annoyed. The next day I came back and I traded the exact same way. So you just have to remove your emotions from trading. It's hard, right? It's very hard. The easiest way to remove emotions from trading is to have a lot of money. That's it. if your net worth is 1 million bucks, 2 million bucks, right? Do you care about a 50K eval? Do you care about a 2K payout? Oh wait, you had 4K of, in your balance, and you were 1 day from a payout and you blew it up. I mean, would you really care about that? Not really, right? Another way to stop yourself from revenge trading is you need to think about, prop trading and trading in general as a long-term goal, right? It doesn't matter how you did today. It doesn't matter how you do tomorrow. It doesn't matter how you do the next day. It doesn't even matter how you do this week, right? What matters is how you do every month, every quarter, every year. So one bad day, one bad week, it doesn't define, where you end up. So I'll have bad days, I'll have bad weeks. I really don't care, right? That's why I'm so transparent. I'll show you guys every single day's P&L, every single day's. I don't care if I have a bad day. I don't care if I have a bad week. I'm going to have a bad month one of these days, right? So far, all of my months for this year has been green, but statistically, I'm going to get a red month where I put a lot of money in, but I don't take a lot of money out. But that's just business, right? There's the thing about trading as a business. And once you start treating trading as a business, you need to, what kind of business owner starts gambling, right? What kind of business owner starts running their business, with a lot of emotion? One customer says, hey, your food isn't good, and you just go batshit crazy, and then you affect all your other customers, right? What kind of business doesn't budget properly, right? The business doesn't know how much money they make every month, but they're spending all their money on supplies, which in this case is evals. Who does that? What business does that? Think about it from a business perspective. Does a business think short term? Okay, you had a bad week, right? Does that define your business? Are you now going to shut the doors, right? You had a bad day. Do you close up shop forever? No. So think about it as a business, because that's what it is. When you get funded and when you take a payout, you're a 1099, you're self-employed, right? You're your own employee, or I guess you're kind of a contractor to these prop firms, but it is your own business, right? So once you start getting the ball rolling, then you have to do business stuff like hire a CPA, think about taxes. But it's hard to think about it like that. Many people just think about it as like they can't think past a month, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 4 months from now, which is why I give myself goals. I have something to work towards, right? I started off this year working towards a 100K goal. Okay, I passed it in February. Okay, what's the next goal, right? Okay, 300K. Okay, I'm close to 300K. What's the next goal? All right, 500K, right? Same thing with businesses. What do they talk in those shareholder meetings? What's our ROR, right? How's our income looking like versus outcome? What's our expected rate of growth? So start thinking about it like a business. You'll start looking at it a whole lot differently. Personal for buying stocks or indexes, futures are gamba. Better to limit emotions as much as possible. Yeah. You're not supposed to be excited for wins. You're not supposed to be depressed or angry for losses. I'll lose all of my yeah, you're not supposed to be angry. You can be annoyed. You can be like, seriously, like I get annoyed because when I lose, it's a very rare day. Like this New York session was a 5% day according to my data analysis, right? And if you knew the ins and outs of my data analysis, right, you would see whatever math I do comes out to be about 5 to 10%. So I get annoyed. I get annoyed because I'm unlucky, right? I'm not angry about it. I'll lose all of my accounts tomorrow and I won't be angry. One of the best things to do is to have an income, right? When you have an income, you're not cutting your losses short or holding your losses for a long time. and cutting your winners short, because you know at the end of the day, at the end of the month, you'll be able to provide for your family, right? You can put food on the table, you can pay your bills. That's why I've always worked. You know, a lot of people come by and says, when are you going to do this full time? Well, I'll do it full time if I can do it for a very long time, multiple years of 100-something K plus payouts, right? But there will be a stretch of time, right, statistically, where I take hit after hit after hit. I'm waiting for that month, and I'm hoping it doesn't come soon, but I know it will. It's just odds. Jack isn't lying. When you're sitting on funds, there isn't any emotion tied to the trade. It's just an entry that does a thing, but doesn't affect your mental when your buffer is huge. Right. That's why I always recommend people to, I mean, trading is not meant to be a primary source of income. Primary source of income should be guaranteed money. Trading is not guaranteed. Trading is a job where you can do everything perfectly, show up, right, do everything right, and you have to pay your boss, and you have to pay your boss a shit ton. That's just kind of dumb, right, to have as a primary source of income. It's too risky. Risky and stressful. Uh, 10% per month is my flat realistic goal. Often it's better than that, but screw a personal account until you milk $500,000 in prop firms. I'd probably just invest with my personal account. I don't know. I think my goal is like, there's like some number you have to reach where after you reach that number, you can live off like dividends or something. And get like a certain like 80 to 100K a year in dividends. I think it's like 2 million, 3 million. I can afford to be a bit more risky with my investments because I'm, you know, I'm like decently young. Like if you want a really secure, like quote unquote dividend, I mean a high yield savings account, right? But that's usually like what, 3 to 5%, 5% like max. And I think SPY in the past like century or a very long time, I think the average annual growth is about 10%. Is trading your main source of income? No. Well, I guess sort of, right? Trading has exceeded my salary, but my main source of income is that I work a 9 to 5. I'm an engineer. I would like it to be my main source of income, but it needs to be guaranteed income, right? Prop firm trading is not guaranteed income. What do you guys think? NQ break below previous day lower bounds? I think NQ is going to break previous day low, and I think the better entry is ES previous day low. And then after ES previous day low, there's like, it's like a void below us. Like my next entry after previous day low of ES is probably like 200 to 300 points down for NQ. I don't want to trade anything else after we break ES previous day low. If it does bounce from here, that'll be nice for these 3 accounts. And if it doesn't, I have like one more try and that's it. What sucks is that I'm in this long, but my overnight model is you wait for 15 to 20 minutes of buying to short. This was the short around here. It's already about 20, close to 30 points already. How many days in a row can we just flush downwards? I feel like every single day that I go long, I can't switch my way of thinking long term for that day. So like I should just go long again today, because odds are we're gonna get a green candle one of these days, unless this is the what, the 5th. Oops. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let's just count lower lows though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, is this gonna be the 5th day of lower lows, closing with a lower low? If it is, I mean, hey, I guess that's what the market wants. Let's get back here. I decided to try trading just because I no longer get any joy from programming. We have a couple of programmers in our Discord. Still continuing my job but trying other stuff to diversify income. Yeah, and that's how, you know, it should be. You should always be thinking about ways to diversify your income, right? That's why everyone nowadays has a side hustle. My side hustle just happens to be prop trading. But yeah, I completely understand what you mean. I mean, you work a job 9 to 5, 8 hours a day, right? 5 days a week. You're gonna get burnt out, right? You're not gonna feel that joy anymore. Lost your jobs, full-time trading, then I'm not even consistently profitable yet. Dark days are ahead. Now, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't really tell people what to do with their lives, but like, let's just go over some stats, right? So on average, when you ask somebody, hey, how long does it take to become profitable? People say like, what? I feel like the average person says about 2 to 5 years, right? To become profitable. Profitable means to make money, right? Now, if you're not profitable, then what are you? Well, then you're unprofitable, which means you're losing money on average for how long, right? So 2 to 5 years of losing money. And this is why I always tell people to never trade money that they can't afford to lose. So 2 to 5 years. And a lot of people don't even think about a budget. Right, the first thing I tell people, if anyone has seen any of my Reddit posts or you know, I always tell people budget, right? If you don't budget, all right, let's say you do budget. I don't know what your budget is, right? But let's just say let's use $200 per month that you can spend on trading. $200. So you lose $200 for 2 to 5 years. That's 24 to 60, right? Times 200, which means you'll be losing anywhere between oh god, it's like since I graduated, my math has been really bad. Yeah, that's right. So this is roughly what you're spending, or roughly 2,400 you're losing, right? This is if you have a budget. People don't really use budgets. They'll just throw money into whatever, right? Into prop firms, into options. And it seems for prop firms, it's like good and bad, because it's good because you can learn for cheap, and the ROI could be good if you know what you're doing, right? But options is where it gets bad. But prop firms, it can get bad when you don't keep track of your purchases, right? You'll just say, oh, I'm only buying, let's say Apex accounts at their cheapest now is about $30 per account. You'll just say, oh, I'll buy 3 accounts per day, right? That's $90. That's $90. That's $90. That's $90. That's $90. This is 1 week of trading, and you spent $450 already. Right. A lot of people come into trading like bright-eyed and think this is what's gonna turn it around, but just be careful and just, you know, make sure you're not trading with anything you can't afford to lose. You could go on Reddit and scroll like 5 posts down on any trading subreddit, and you'll see stories about, I lost everything, I'm in debt because of trading, I wish I never did this, I lost XXK of money, right? I think I'm taking out a mortgage and full porting it. That's also an option. That's also an option. Because then you only need to get 1 trade right. That would be a legendary story, though. That's what the Wall Street bets people live off of. It's a lot of glory, but there's a lot of bloodshed and like dead bones behind them from the people that were on the wrong side. What's up, Vlad? Nice to see you back today. I'm doing okay. It could have been better. Didn't trade too well. I lost about, I think, 5 funded accounts, and they were pretty healthy funded accounts, so it does suck. But I took multiple payouts from all of them, so I guess that's okay. I requested, I think, 8K of payouts when market opened. No, 10K. I requested 10K of payouts when market opens. And I'm supposed to be requesting like Top Step. They ran into an issue, so I have 2K of payouts in Top Step, but their site is like something happened, so the engineers are trying to work on it. And then I think Apex updates at midnight. Oh no, Apex just updated. So I can request another payout from Apex. Okay, Apex just updated. Let's see how we're looking. Okay, so I have one more account that is almost ready for payouts. On day 4 of 5, it is 98. So maybe I'll take a trade tonight with that payout account. That way you guys can see me lose a payout account or take out another 1.5k. Yeah, I hope you are blessed as well, Vlad. I'm really not liking this this trade, but it's on eval, so I really it's like whatever, you know. It's not the end of the world if it blows up. Which means, okay, so I requested that, which means we are now at 252k for this year. We have a lot of people watching, 17. I gotta start doing the giveaways again. Hold on, guys. If we get 20 viewers and 20 likes, right, I'll do a $20 PayPal giveaway, because I can't give you any accounts because I am not affiliated with any prop firm, so I have to use PayPal. 20. Let me pin this. This is what I used to do back in the day, except for I did it with like 5 viewers. There was one time where I did a giveaway and there was only one name. There's only one guy, so I just put his name on a Google wheel and I just spun it, just so that way he could get the that wheel experience, you know. Like spinning the wheel is like the fun part. So 20, and I think 40, or 30. Probably 20, 40. Odds of winning are pretty good for him, dude. It was hilarious. I mean, I didn't want him to feel left out because I did wheels for everybody, and I was like, you know, it was probably like my 4th or 5th stream. Odds were pretty good. Unlike this trade's odds. I said I would get in around here. Getting distracted. This was the entry right here. 2.5. I was talking about 30 to 2.5 was the long scalp for 10 to 20 points. This third tap, I don't know if I like it. It'll be a long scalp. Oh man, am I gonna enter here? I already missed like this trade 3 times. Just for a payout day. Do you average in, or why not a mini instead of 10 micro? That's a great question. I'm just lazy. For my overnight scalps, I use micros, but for my overnight scalps, I use 5 to 10 micros. So like, I'm just too lazy to go back and forth. What's up, Adam? I'm just letting fees eat away at me. It's honestly pretty dumb. Why am I doing this? You're right, I should be trading minis. If I'm gonna do one flat, I should be. If you watch long enough, you'll realize that I'm not the smartest person in the world. This is why entry efficiency matters so much. Remember how I said I wanted to get in here around 25-ish? Right, 25, 38. That's already 13 points. That's why entry efficiency is so important. And now I'm stuck in this trade because I wasn't efficient with my entry. No need to be so hard on yourself. I'm just playing. I don't really take like insults like that. Like I don't really care much. I think like self-deprecating humor is hilarious. But yeah, so this is a prime example of why entry efficiency is so important for scalping. Because instead of taking profit and being out of this trade, now I'm stuck in it, right? This even gave me another entry, 22 on this dip to 22. Already 10 points. So I missed one successful trade right here. And I missed 2 successful trades right here. And why is that? Because my entry was bad. Right? So this is how important 5 points is when you're scalping. It's the difference between a winning trade and maybe a losing trade. And for me, a losing trade equals a blown account, which is even worse. What's up, Luke? Dude, I saw your P&L stuff. Congrats. 2.8K. Now that's nice. I was really hoping you weren't trading like me during this New York, where I was betting on us closing positive above Globex opening. $2.8K, and I think you're in like with 500 now, Luke. So like, what is that? Almost 6x ROI. Right, Luke, and now you know why I tell you about the priority accounts, right? And I always say like protect your payout accounts. Because when you blew that eval, like, how did you feel after you blew that eval and you took a payout after market closed? Did you feel anything? Right? Somebody, you know, usually people blow an eval and they'll feel like shitty, right? You blew an eval, oh man, that sucks. That was about 70-ish, 80 bucks, 90 bucks. And then you just requested 2.8K into your bank account. Right, exactly. Why didn't you care? Was because you had a payout that you protected, right? You protected your higher priority accounts. And now you still have accounts to trade with. All right, so nice scalp. I only took it with one account just because when I'm streaming it's hard to focus. This was worth 2 accounts, but I only took it with one. I am still in with this, I think. So I'll show this. I'll show this screen. There's the bounce. Yeah. Now even this bounce I don't trust. I don't trust it until we see a huge volume. Like, it doesn't have to be huge volume in one candle, but continuing high volume increase with green candles. So if this were to flush, I would not be surprised at all. right? I'm just here to get in fast and get out of the way fast. Unfortunately, these accounts are kind of stuck in a trade, and I'm too lazy to DCA in. Was coming back from the casino with plus 800 euros. See you in a long trade, and I just entered with 7 to 8 micros. Just closed 3 accounts, dude. My longs today were just like, they're not gambles, like they're like whatever. But it's not my overnight. It's not my overnight model, right? Because I do discretionary trade a lot. Took a long scalp out of it, plus 500 profit. Nice, guys, nice trades. Life is just good sometimes. 3 accounts for 700. Dude, Luke, you're on fire. The first guy with my premium, Luke. He saw the premium when it was like bare bones. Luke, did you see the you saw the upgrades I did today? By upgrades, I mean all the emojis I put in. I made it look nice. Now it looks like one of those ones that those furus have, right? Those fake influencers that have a paid Discord. I mean, this is looking kind of nice, right? Some emojis I didn't know what to put in there, but I think most of them make sense. Okay, so I just passed, so this eval is done. I'm still in with these two. I could have entered another eval at the bottom, which I don't know why I didn't. My next eval that I'll enter in is 46. This guy. Can you post a link for your premium Discord? The emoji made me chuckle a bit, but when I like... Oh, you liked it when it was raw before? Doesn't mean it doesn't look good, just my preference. Maybe I'll do like half and half, right? The link to my premium is on the disclaimer. So I think right now with the beta launch coupon code is 50 bucks a month. I never really advocate for anyone to take it. It has all of my prop notes. It has whatever is on here, right? You know, take it once, read all of my notes. If you don't care about my daily numbers, then you know, just you don't have to resubscribe. And I feel like this is my quote unquote course, right? So pay for the course and leave if you don't like the premium levels. But don't force yourself to get into it, because I still talk in the general chat. So whoever's in the Discord and whoever's interested, just look at my P&L and look at my payouts if you think that, you know, I have decent enough results. But if you just want to talk to me, you can just talk to me in the general chat or on stream. I talk about everything on stream. I take trades live on stream too. Yeah, and I see you pretty often, Ryu. I feel like I've seen you in the past couple of streams. This is a nice high volume candle, right? Now, even though there's one candle that has really high volume and is a big green candle, I like to see continuation. Yeah, no, sometimes when you're trading, you just kind of like need to block out all the noise. You know, that's why in the beginning of the year, I showed my P&L every single day. And then I got gun shy, right? Because I was still in the mindset of, oh, I need to be perfect every single day. I need to be green every single day. I need to show my Discord that I make money every single day. And it put way too much stress on me. And then I came back and I showed it. And now I'm at the mindset where like, dude, it doesn't even matter. I don't care if I have a red day, you know, I don't care if I have a green day, right? I was out there trying to like advertised as like the best trader, and I was like, dude, I don't have to do that. So like I took like a month or something, same thing as you. I took a month, no posting P&Ls, just focus on my own trading, trying to just work on myself. And I still make mistakes. Like you'll read my daily P&Ls and there's some times where I just mismanage accounts when it should have been an easy day. But because I mismanaged it, my accounts couldn't survive long enough to take profit. Or maybe instead of going in 2 accounts 40, 50, 60 increments apart, I would go in with 2 accounts and then re-enter 10, 15 points below it. That's way too aggressive, especially for New York. That's just dumb. YouTube is not, wait, I have an error on my OBS. What the heck? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such viewers will experience buffering. Uh-oh. I hope you guys aren't buffering too much. I'm getting like this error. Best part about watching Jag is how informative he is, but also how calm he is. Even when things don't go his way, feel super chill on stream talking with him. Dude, I can lose. And I think that's like a mindset that a lot of traders should go for. And I think when you reach that mindset, like you should trust your strategy so much that you should be able to show it on stream or show it live, and it goes against you. It goes against you very, very badly. And you show like no emotion, right? I've shown on stream me holding for 200, 300 points, blowing up, you know, 3, 4, 5 funded accounts, right? I was just annoyed. I wasn't angry. I wasn't yelling at the screen or anything. I was like, seriously, that's just unlucky, whatever. Right? So it's important not to take too much strong emotion while you're trading. When you're trading, you should be calm about your losses, calm about your wins, right? First week of January really messed with my psych. You were a day away from a 3K payout and blew the funded account. Dude, yeah. Those are the type of days where when you bounce back, like you learn the most, right? I call them, you know, rock bottom days. It's where you learn the most, right? I tell the story all the time of my rock bottom was I had a payout. I had a My Funded Futures Pro account and it had $17,000 in it, right? And all I had to do was trade 1 micro every single day for a week. And what did I do? I jumped in 5, 6, 7, 8 trades with 5 minis and I lost the account, right? Now, will you ever see me jump in with 5, 6, 7, 8 minis on one account ever again? Oh no, I think it was 5 minis was the max. I jumped in 5 minis, no DCA, no anything. I'm like, okay, this is the entry. 5 minis, boom. Right? But 5 minis with 40 points, that's 4,000. And apparently I just had to make my money back. So I jumped in again and again and again, and I blew 17,000, right? That could have been a $14,000 payout. I blew it in a day. Those are the type of days where I literally, after that day, I went into the bathroom and I looked myself in the mirror. I looked myself in the eyes because I was just so like disappointed with myself. And I learned a lot. Traders learn the most at rock bottom. You guys can hop on this stream and I'll tell you guys, okay, that's exactly what I did. Yeah. And it's a very internal battle, right? So many people would, and here's the thing, right? You're trying to ride the silver wave and pay the price. Yeah, exactly. You know, silver made a lot of people rich, but it also took a lot of accounts too, right? And the thing is like, those are the days where you just have to bounce back. There's 2 options: bounce back or give up, right? And you'll learn more than going online, going on Reddit, going on Twitter, going on YouTube, and watching a video about psychology, watching a video about risk management, watching a video about this, watching a video about that. Because honestly, even if you guys pay for a course, or even if you guys listen to the most experienced trader in the world, you're not going to give two shits about what they say. Why? Because when you're trading and you're by yourself, you're going to press the button, you're going to take the heat of the drawdown, right? You're going to face yourself. And all of those little motivational, all of those little speeches that people have about risk management, all those videos that people have watched, it's going to go out the window because you're by yourself. When things get really bad, you enter fight or flight, right? And you start panicking. You don't think very clearly. But you better believe that after you come back from rock bottom, you won't make the same mistake twice. What entry you're looking for? I don't even know, man. I don't like these longs anymore. I'm gonna be honest. All my funded accounts are, I only took one trade, but it's green. The only ones taking heat are evals. If these two evals die, I honestly don't care that much. Next entry is ES previous day low, which is right about here. And I think this will be pretty close to 23,000, maybe a bit lower, 22,980. I mean, I've seen you twice now live trade. What's your actual strategy and win rate? I haven't figured it out right now. I just know you trade Asia and New York. Now, my trading strategy is a bit weird because you can't, if I give you my strategy, we're gonna be trading it differently. I have two main strategies that I trade along with some discretionary trades. That long that I took in my Top Step account was a discretionary trade, just based off of the previous day low, right? I have two models that I trade. I trade the overnight model, which I tell you guys how to trade. The entry was right here, right? You find a trend, you wait for a 15-minute to 20-minute pullback, and then you continue the trend for 10 to 20 points. Boom. This one should have went a bit higher, and then boom, right? And then my other model is I have 4 years of NQ data that I've analyzed to give myself support and resistance lines, right? I call them percentage lines. After a certain point, a day gets rarer and rarer and rarer. And I'll give you an example. Friday is a day that the odds of it happening was about 2%. So what do? Well, I basically wait for a day to hit my support lines, and I blow up on the rarest of rare days. So today was another day that was rare. Today had a 5 to 10% chance of closing negative by 5 p.m. That's why I lost 4 to 5 funded accounts. And that's very hard to give you an exact win rate because the entries are all discretionary. When is a dip good enough? I don't know. When is a dip good enough for you versus for me, right? I'll give you an example day that I have in my premium of, let's see. I think I go over it on this one. Okay. This is an example day of 3/4/26. If you ever want to look back at it. These are my percent lines. Okay. Breaking the first line is about 15% of days. It goes 15, 9, 4, 2, or 15. How does it go? 12, 5, right? 12, 5, 5, 2, 2, 1, 1%, less than 1%. Okay. And the way that you trade it is that you take this is how I personally trade it. You take these lines, and it's up to you if you want to do 60 points, 100 points, whatever, right? But you take it in multiple accounts. Why multiple accounts? Well, look, what happens if you took all your accounts in this first line of resistance? Well, congratulations, you lost in all of your accounts. Now, what happens if you split up two accounts? Okay, well, your first two took a hit. And how many of your accounts took a win? 1, 2, 3, 4. So many. This is my New York model. because it's very rare for an overnight model to hit these lines. I mean, just look, this yellow line is Globex open. Look how far away these lines are, right? So I bet that we never reach under 2%. If we reach under 2%, I blow up. But my model, it lets me cope with the fact that I blow up. Why? I blow up on a rare day, right? Would you be happier blowing up on a day that's just noise? Or would you be happier saying to yourself, and this is the thought experiment that I give to my head, if this is a 2% day or 1% day up here, okay? Let's just say this is a thought experiment, it's hypothetical. Let's say a stranger comes up to you every day and they give you a coin. And they say, if you can flip that coin 100 times, and if you land on heads 98 times, I am going to take away all your accounts. But if you don't land heads 98 times out of 100, you'll make money and get closer to your next payout. Would you take and flip that coin? Just a thought experiment, right? Me, I'm flipping that coin every single time, every single day, right? This is my model. It's a bit different than how people trade. People trade certain patterns, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. I guess you can call my overnight scalping a pattern. That's kind of a pattern, but this is my bread and butter. This right here. This is actually how Luke is actually my first, he's patient 0. I gave him a promo code called patient 0 for the, I think 55% off or whatever. So he's my first ever quote unquote student, even though all of his success is from him clicking the button. It's from him, right? He started off trading, I think not even a month ago, and he already took out a $2,800 payout. His ROI is better than mine. His ROI is almost like 6x. His ROI is great. Do you have a promo code for prop firms? I don't, but Lucid has a bunch of promos if you have Lucid accounts, and they're the cheapest to start off with. The Lucid promo account, or the Lucid promo code, should be VAULT, V-A-U-L-T. You base those levels off of Globex. They're not based off of Globex, they just calculate every single day when a day starts, which is, you know, Globex, right? So it's not based off of, right? Wait, hold up. 7, 8. $8, 600, 605. Uh, 27. Let's just do 40 points. So 2, 3. 46. Same thing. 46. 46. 2, 7. Apex is cheaper. Apex is very expensive right now, and it requires an activation fee. So Lucid is actually the cheapest right now. Apex 50% off. It's like is it $78, Luke? It's like $78 plus if you pass, you need to pay an activation fee of about $100. Man, I am just terrified to take this on a funded account. I'm just kind of a pussy. It was worth at least one funded account. Hold on. Where are we? And what did I say? Right here, previous day low. Right? When it hit previous day low was right here at the bottom of this candle. 8-2. I mean, you already got your 20 points. I was too slow to get it on my funded account. And I don't have the best entries on these accounts, but these are evals, so I don't care about them. If we dip back below near this bottom, I might consider entering it on this account. Yeah, Lucid is about like 78. Lucid does not have activation. No. Yeah, 1 month and he's taking payouts. Yeah, it's incredibly impressive. He has the makings of a good trader. He actually. Oh, Luke, have you tried the strategy you were talking to me about? He's out here thinking like a trader. He actually reached out to me on DMs talking about the strategy that he thought about. That's how traders should be thinking about, right? Ask me if I entered on that level because you said you'd enter. Did you get a better price? Did you get a better cost basis than me? Because you always do, Luke. Now I hope this trade blows us both up. But yeah, if we can't hold this previous day low, it's gonna get really ugly. Is it worth 2 accounts? I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. Just passing their Lucid Flex eval. Nice. No, you weren't at the PC, but I forgot this is not what I wanted to do only at the start of the week, but start of each day, and it would have worked well this time around too. Nice. Yeah, I would definitely recommend opening up an Excel sheet for it. And just keeping track. You don't have to trade it like you don't have to trade it, but it's good data to have. Preview for a Reddit post yesterday claiming that Lucid is a scam properly that Reddit app after that. Yeah, Redditors are Redditors. This is what happens when you miss your best entry. Yeah, I personally have had no problems with Lucid, like support or with payouts. Like, if you're innocent, you usually have nothing to worry about because like these firms, PR is so important to them. Like, it's cheaper to pay someone, even if someone's trading maliciously, as long as they're not cheating the system like extremely, like by a crazy amount, to just pay them that 2K, that whatever. Because if they go on social media and if they go on, you know, Twitter and it goes viral, they lose more than $2,000 from losing customers, right? So a lot of the times, as long as you're trading and you're not doing anything malicious, you will get your payout. It just makes more sense to give you your payout, right? Makes more sense and it's cheaper. Yeah, Lucid and Traded Fire are my go-to props. Yeah, I love both of those props. All right, at least let my funded accounts be green. We bounced, hopefully. We'll see. Don't trust anything yet. All I'm saying is that if we crash here, it's gonna get really ugly. Like, after this, if this trade loses, I'm not going long for like until the lower percent line. That's the only other area I have left. Hopefully this week I'll pass TPT and continue with them. I like TPT, except for the time where they banned me for botting, which was hilarious. Like, I mean, it's kind of a compliment because, you know, like, oh, he's doing so well, he's botting. But also, it was I got like a 2K payout denied. So, as much as I love compliments, I like money even more. So, I was kind of sad about that. Let me get 20 points. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they thought I was a bot. They thought I was scamming or something. All right, I'm out. All right, so $600 across those two trades, pretty decent. My evals are still alive. That's good. That's good news. Didn't hold the trade, exit at 991. Is that break even or no? You'll notice a lot of times if someone tries to follow me and they break even, it's just because I never break even. All my risk management is done based off of the number of my accounts and also my bank account, which is a weird way to look at risk management. A lot of people think about risk management and it's like protecting a, you know, a prop account. I think of risk management as I need to make sure I, you know, keep my money. It's like profit like 450 on 3 accounts. 450. I just know you had better. I just know you had a better entry than me. You scumbag. You always wait until it goes lower and then get a better entry than me and then make more money. But 450 on 3 accounts is good, especially if some of those are funded accounts. So you had 2 winning trades today, right, Luke? I think I passed another. Okay, so I passed 2 Tradeify accounts. So these 2 will be replaced. And hopefully I pass 1 more. I think maybe these 2 I would like to pass. Get really good entries. I feel like you usually have good entries, Luke. But like, do you see what I mean by entry efficiency? Like, imagine if I longed here. Imagine if I longed on this green candle. I'm like, I'm still fighting for my life here, right? But just this noise and I'm out for 20 points. And yes, it could dip more, but as long as we're not crashing like right now, like just a noise here, if we just stabilize here, it'll take me out for my 20 points. You're gonna have 1 out of 5 with these overnights on both of my funded and my evals getting some auction too. Nice, nice. Are you close to getting a 2K buffer back? Because I think your payout should have brought you a little bit below 2K, right? That's usually because you enter with 10 and then don't add in. I enter with 3 to 4 and it goes down to add 2 to 3 more. We end up on similar profits because you have more micros. Not gonna lie, Luke, your way of doing it is better than mine. I'm out here preaching about DCA and how like you can't always have the perfect entry, and I'm just being a hypocrite. But the way that you're doing it is how you're supposed to do it, like based off of whatever I teach, right? I'm out here saying this right here is one of the best. Well, I guess I DCA with accounts versus versus contracts, right? But yeah, you enter with 3 or 4. Yeah, initially I was doing 3 and then 4, 3, 4-ish, and then add in there, add 2 to 3 more. Yeah, 100, close to 2K buffer already, so I'm chilling. Nice, dude. Now you could just like learn how to trade for free, Luke. If you can take those accounts, right, and keep them alive for 2 to 3 months, you're gonna learn so much, Luke. Like, you're gonna learn an insane amount. I would DCA with accounts too if I had more. So I just do it for micros for starters. Yeah. DCing with accounts is more once you get the snowball rolling, because I don't care about losing accounts, right? Because I can just buy more just because I have a huge like windfall like behind me, right? I think I'll buy place orders 970 in case of a fast dip. 970. If we I want this to, I'm worried about this hitting the NQ's low and coming back down. Like, we're not out of the woods for longs yet. Like, for me to be convinced that this is a decent long, this needs to smash through the previous day low, which is literally right here. Smash through it with increasing volume. And then I'll feel okay, but there's still Globex open, which is right here. No, right here. Kind of sad I didn't take it on my Apex account. One of my Apex accounts is 1 day from payout. Which one is it? Let me find out which one it is. 103. Nope. Oh, is it 98? Yeah, it's 98. Okay. So let me put that up on screen. Man, those evals are fighting for their lives. You guys can see me potentially lose a payout account right here. 98 is 1 day from payout right here. Get one micro, go to sleep, and wake up to either count blown or in a plus. I used to mess around with buy and sell orders overnight while going to sleep, but that was during the tariff market, and I would wake up to dead accounts, and I was like, okay, let me never do that ever again. We're not in an environment as bad as that, and I also didn't have my percent lines back then, so I was just putting it in areas of support and resistance, right? And I wasn't sizing correctly. I would have an order of like 1 mini or 2 minis, and that's not right. It should be like about 5 micros, 5 to 10 depending on where we are on in the percent lines. Did that 3 times, 2 times. Yeah. Well, the reason why I started doing it was because one day I got really good results, or a couple days got really good results. Like, I would put in 2 minis at support and resistance areas for about 40 points. I would wake up to about $1,600 in profit, and I was like, dude, this is so easy. And then the market slapped me for a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not that easy. I was actually doing I was trying to figure out a model that was all overnight. I was doing data analysis for like only overnights, like and this is actually, if anybody wants to look into this, this is probably a good, like a smart model for anybody to work with. It's basically during an overnight session before New York Open, basically like, what are the percentages, basically percent line stuff, but like in the past X years, right? How many times did the overnight level shoot up this much versus this bottom, right? How many times did it recover? How many times did it reverse? How many times did it XYZ? It could be endless. And then if you get a model like that, you could just set orders, and your stop loss is those extreme outliers where, like, okay, maybe one overnight session is shot up 700 points. Obviously you don't put in all your accounts at once, but now you know roughly what the outlier is, right? And then after X amount of points, after it hit X amount of points, it never reversed at all until New York. Okay, well, now you know your stop loss, right? And then you also do analysis for your take profit and stuff like that too. I could look into that, but you would need a lot of candle data, and I don't have candle data like that, and I'm too lazy. But if I had the resources and the brain to do it, that's also a model that I would consider getting into. You just take trades while you're asleep. You set orders at night, go to sleep, and then you wake up. There's no psychology. There's no you being scared of a trade, right? You just set it and forget it. Data analysis is our worst enemy. I'm okay at data analysis. I have a hard time scraping the data. We're too lazy to check. I just don't have the candle data. If I did have the candle data, I would totally do it, but I personally don't have the candle data. And I don't know where to get it. And I'm too cheap to go out there and buy, like, I don't know, to buy something where I use TradeZilla. TradeZilla is okay. It's like journaling. I personally don't use TradeZilla, and I personally don't journal. You got 18 years of 1 minute candle data if you want. I can send it to you. Sure, yeah, send it to me, and I'll take a look at it. 18 years is pretty insane. I would probably trim it down to 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. By the way, on Friday, from Thursday to Friday, I had a sell order at 24500, 24520. 24500, 24520. Oh, was that the which Friday was it? Was it this Friday? Wait, what was last Friday? The 27th? Two, 3. Oh, like a buy, right? Wait, sell order. Oh, I'm pretty sure I blew up an account on that day too. That was a crazy just sell-off day. Yeah, that Friday I was actually green, and then I kept trading because it kept hitting percent line and percent line. Like, some of my accounts scalped okay, and other accounts didn't survive. Whoa, what was that? This feels like a news candle. What the hell is this? For an overnight scalp short, I might look for Globex open, but I need to figure out what the hell this candle is first. 23119, like right here. But I don't know what this candle is. This looks like a news candle to me. Probably some Iran news candle. I wasn't ready either. But if we get anywhere near the top of this candle, I'll probably short it. I might short it on my payout account, or I will short it on my payout account, and then I'll lose the account and the payout, and then cry myself to sleep. Flexible reactions needed to handle situations. Sees Middle East crisis as risk to Korean economy. Who is saying this? Is this Trump? Near the top of this candle, I'll short. Like 86, 86, 90, 90, 95. Ideally, I short 119. And this is an overnight model scalp, so something that I take if it's available. which means I need to load up some other accounts. I'm not gonna take my payout account near this top. I'm gonna take my payout account near 119. The top of this candle I'll take on another account, on a My Fund of Futures account. 98, 100. All right, it's here. All right, in with the My Fund of Futures account. I have some new funded accounts that I can DCA into a really big position with if I wanted to, and I think I might do that. I'm gonna have a layer of sell orders on top, all the way up to the current day's high. I don't know how many orders that is, but it's a lot. The scalp, I just need like not even 200 bucks. 79. 78. I think I already missed it. I put my take profit too low. 105. Watch me regret this, and it's like the craziest news. I'm gonna get ready to short on this Apex account. Let's see if I can get this next payout. This account has 5k in buffer, but I don't know how much. I don't know when the daily loss limit gets activated. $119. Oh, we're like right here. I need 270, 105.50. All right, well that's not good. Starting to think whatever caused this is a pretty big deal. I would have taken this short regardless though. So I'm even supposed to add in my other accounts. Let's get one at the high. Alright, I'm gonna avoid adding into this anymore. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, I have no idea what this is. Alright, so I guess that's daily loss limit. I guess it's 2k. And this is probably 2k as well. Oh, that sucks. That could have been a payout, but Trump told AT is willing to end the U.S. military campaign against Iran, even if the Strait of Hormuz remains largely closed. Okay, so it is war news. Okay, this can go for a very long time then. This is not something to be shorted. Perfect. I'm gonna wait. I don't even know if I want to short anymore. This can really turn the day around. He says he's willing, but like there's been no like talks. What's up, Trade C? Let's see if this is more BS news. If it is, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like he's willing to end the military campaign against Iran, so he's willing to pull the troops back. As that climb so much? Yeah. Yeah, Trump just said something about the war. Busy 9 to 5 grind lately, no time to trade. I feel that. That's why I mostly do, like, I still trade sometimes, but I mean, I'm not that important in my current job, so I just do my tickets. I just do my Jira tickets and I just go about my day. And I still have time to, if I have my other monitors set up, to trade. Yep, exactly. That Iran news. So how does that work after this gets... This was 1 day from payout. What do I need for the payout after I... Lost 2K. Do I need to make... How much do I need to make to get my next payout? Yeah, that's from the Wall Street Journal, so it likely is true, but who knows if he's gonna, like, who knows what will happen or not. There's no, like, it's not set in stone yet. He's just saying that he's willing to do it, right? So who knows if it's like the BS he says where he's like, I think we're in good, you know, we're in good hands with Iran. I think this, I think that. Nothing has been signed yet. This is all just hearsay right now. I had a feeling it was some news event. I just didn't think it was an Iran news event because I thought it would have jumped a whole lot more, a whole lot quicker, which is why I still took that short. I think now this has what, 3,300. Oh, man, what do I have to make now? That's gonna be annoying. And I had another account that was also caught in the short, in my Funded Futures account, and that's probably gonna die. Oh, look, the other one is still alive. Damn. Yeah, that sucks, Luke. It was just news. I just didn't know what the news was. I didn't realize it was Iran news. Because last time we had an Iran news, it shot up like immediately. Where in this one, like it shot up in a 15-minute, you know, span. Do I 50K, bro? Nice. Man, losing on news sucks. Watch it blow up the accounts or make these accounts like a big hit. And now it goes all the way down. Which one's better, Pro or Flex? It depends on how you trade. Pro has consistency, but Flex doesn't. Did that report came out just try to pump the market? Oh, for sure. It's just Trump. Just Trump news. Trump doing his thing on his phone or in his meeting. Yep, he's just one phone call away. $33.54. All right, man. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's really late. Take care, man. Thank you, Vlad. You too. I'm actually tempted to scalp shorts here, but it has to be in and out really quick. Like, yeah, it was a good pump. I wonder if Wall Street just overreacted. Oh man, do I really want to short near the top? I mean, kinda. Not now though. It's already like 50 points from the top. 50 points, 10 micros. That's already 1,000. It's already $1,000. Feels too volatile? Yeah, for sure. My funded futures account is still alive though. The brand new funded account died because I DCA'd. I had a whole bunch of limit orders that went all the way up to 20 micros. But my funded futures account is still alive. I mean, it had almost like 4K of drawdown, so it could survive 200 points. Let me see. Yeah, it's at 3723007. 23089 is the cost basis. 23078 is a take profit. This is like you just scalp. Like, if you think that this news is BS, you can either scalp or do a combination of scalp and runners. Oh shoot, I can. Okay, I think TopStep just fixed their bug, so I can request another payout now. 2035.84. 2035. I think it's BS too. I feel like there hasn't been, like, nothing has been signed. When something gets signed, the market is going to explode like 700 points, probably something like crazy. On a bright side, I requested another 2K from this account, so if I want to gamble, it'll be on this account. You know, even though like that was a little annoying, if we can get to 7-8 here, I'll be happy. You know, even though I took a big loss here and a big loss here, this account is basically dead now. If we can get my funded futures account to get that payout day, I'll be happy. It is asking for a lot though. It's asking for a 100 point drop. It could take all night to get that. For AFK for 20-30 minutes, then place my break order. Dude, there's some days where I have an overnight trade and I would wake up like an hour or two before market opens. If I just slept in and waited till market to open, it would have like gave me another like 200 points, and I was like, damn, if only someone just like knocked me out, or if only I just stayed asleep, I would have got like 200 more points. Okay, so that sucks, but I gambled thinking that like I even said, I was like, oh, I think this is news, but my financial juice loaded too slow, so I didn't know what news it was. And usually I feel like Iran news would have popped it really high. Let's see, let me out of my payout. The 253. CBC news, like, you don't go against it, you just ride the wave. Yeah, for sure. No crying in the casino. Exactly. Exactly. Near this top, man, I really want to short near this top again. 23259, 23260. It'll be low priority accounts. Yeah, if I knew this was Iran news, I would not have shorted at all. There's some news where I definitely won't bet against, and then there's some news where I will. Let's see what accounts I have. Am I missing an account? 0305. How many points is this? 188. Oh. 5960-ish. I'll consider a short entry. I need to make sure I have ammo for New York though. Otherwise it'll be a lot of eval trading. Oh, chat disconnected. I wouldn't say I missed it. 4-5? No. I grabbed some in my Lucid accounts, my Lucid funded accounts. These are pretty low priority to me because I have like 3 or 4 of them in the backlogs. Calling it a night, up 1400 on one account past another. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, Rio. You too. I'm gonna call it a night here too. Actually, I'm gonna gamble in my own little. Let me be focused when I'm gambling. Let me be focused while I'm throwing everything away. Yeah, Rio. I'll see you another time. And whoever else is here, thanks for joining. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, same here, Luke. Be safe, guys, and trade well. Peace.